Word allows you to easily convert any text within a document into a table and vice versa. This feature is great for taking various lists and converting them to tables for easier reading and manipulation. As a note, this feature can also be used within Outlook. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to convert text to a Word table and then also to convert a Word table to text. Let's start by going over to our Word document. As you can see, I have some text here that I'm going to convert into a table. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you have your show hide paragraph markers turned on, which I do. There's my paragraph markers. This is going to make it a little bit easier to get it set up to convert. For the text to appear within specific cells within your table, you will need to add separator characters such as commas or tabs. The separator characters will tell Word where to divide the text into the different columns. In my sample Word document, I'm going to change the space between the quantity and the size to a tab. By doing so, this is now going to tell Word this is where I want to divide the information into different columns. In order for Word to differentiate between different rows within the table, you need to have your paragraph markers, which I have set here at the end of each one. Now, we'll highlight all the information we want to convert into our table. We're going to go up and click on the Insert tab. We're going to come over to the Tables group and click the down arrow for Table, and then select Convert Text to Table. Once we do this, it's going to bring up the Convert Text to Table dialog box. From here, we would choose the necessary options to set up our table. By how I've got the information set up with my tabs and my paragraph markers, it notes that I have 2 columns and 4 rows. If we come down to the AutoFit behavior, we can tell it what size we would like our contents to be. For instance, I could change the fit column width from auto to a specific size. I could also tell it to auto-fit to contents so that as wide as my contents is in the column, that's how wide the column would be. Or I could tell it to auto-fit it to the window. If I come down to the separate text at, it notes I've got tabs, which is separating it into the columns. But if I wanted to use something else as well, I could check it here. We're just going to go ahead and click OK because we've got everything set the way we want. Once we do that, it sets up our table. At this point, we could go ahead and add headings, format our information, and add additional information. Now let's go ahead and convert a Word table to text. I'm going to switch over to another document, and this one has a table within it, and I want to take the information out of it and use it as text within my document. So we're kind of going backwards from the last thing we did, which was take our text and convert it to a table. First thing you want to do is select all the information you want to convert to your text. We're not going to take the headings, we're just going to take the information within the table. We're going to highlight it. We're going to come up to the Table Tools contextual tabs and click on Layout. We're going to go to the Data group and select Convert to Text. Once we do that, it's going to bring up our Convert Table to Text dialog box. From here, we tell it what we want to use as our separator for the text. And this is what it's going to put between the information from the columns. So for instance, in this table, you can see I've got a quantity column, an items column, and a price column. So what it's asking me to do is tell it, what do I want to put between the information from each column? The default is tabs, but what I want to do is switch it to other and use a dash. As a note, rows are automatically separated by paragraph marks. So it's going to take the information for each row and put it into a separate line within our document. So we'll go ahead and click OK. And as you can see, it put the dash between my information. They're all on separate lines. And now I can come up here and delete my table. And I have my information. So you can see it's really easy to take text within your document and convert it into a table. And it's also just as easy to take the text within a table and convert it back into text within your document.